All right, I'm Pastor Christosin Olalere. No special pronunciation. Olalere. Christosin is clear, right? Okay, I'm pastor at Herald's International Christian Center, and we have our capital in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. We also have centers in Ibadan and Ile-Ife, Osun State. We also have a satellite community for members in diaspora to be a part of our services. Oh wow, yeah, that was a name I adopted for myself when the church was starting. We were used to senior pastor, general overseer, all of that. I didn't want that name, so I just chose a special name. The word vanguard means the leader of a troop, the head of a troop. So like a military word. So I chose the word vanguard to drive the vision of our ministry. Yes, I'm married. 5 years in the 6th year of my marriage right now. Yeah. I've been pastoring for 13 years now, since 2011, and you can get other materials on our church website, www.heraldsnation.org, or my personal website, www.christosin.com. Now, I've written, by God's grace, many books that can bless you. Those materials are there free on the website. You can just log in and check them out. Messages are also there that can be a real blessing to you. I'm not pastoring. I'm working and doing anything about football. Playing, watching, reading, anyone. Pivotal moment. Well, always been a church boy growing up, and then started preaching when I was 10. So but everybody got used to me being pastor, but they didn't even know I wasn't born again for a long time, until I got to my first year in university. Then I got born again, and shortly after that, the call had always been there, just a knowing there. But when I got born again, it became serious, and I was in a retreat, January 29, 2011. That was when I fully received the call, and since then, it's been a wonderful experience. But that pivotal moment was that retreat that changed everything for me. Thank you. The experiences, being a church boy made it easy, and always serving, always being there, leading teams and all of that. So coming to university, I was a little bit, I didn't want to really do church stuff like that. So the first few months I wasn't involved. Then later on I got involved by praying to God to show me what fellowship to go to back then. And when I went to that fellowship that God had designed for me to go to, from there the setup was just made for me to receive the call of God. So it wasn't a surprise that a few months into my time there, I got the call of God, and then I answered it. So basically the environment was quite helpful for me to answer the call of God. Made it easy. Key lessons. Well, to believe in the call of God upon you, to believe in God's call, because definitely people are going to doubt you. Sometimes you doubt yourself, especially when things are not going the way you probably thought they would. People will doubt you. So you have to believe in the call of God upon you and prove the call. It's a thing for God to call you. You also have to prove that God called you. Even if God called you by mistake, prove that the calling was not an error, and then that you will make a full proof of your calling, just like Paul said to Archippus to fulfill his ministry. So basically, the lesson has been about proving the calling, showing at all times that yes, God has called me, and I'll keep answering, I'll keep responding, keep serving. Basically, that lesson, that's been the important lesson that's been on my journey. And in the proving of your calling, hard work will come into play, because if you want to prove your call, you have to be there, committed, working hard, studying hard, being sacrificial to ensure that what God has said about you is not just a mirage, it comes into manifestation. The significant challenges have been first the challenge of acceptance. Acceptance because of your age. People seem to naturally look down on young people. They're asking the question, how experienced is he? What does he know? What result does he have? What has he achieved? All of that. So the main challenge has always been acceptance. Even with some of our members, their parents, okay, you're attending this church, okay, who is this pastor? So there's always that challenge of people receiving your ministry initially because you are unknown. So it's something I've faced across the years, people doubting you. But like I said in the initial question, the answer is to prove your calling. Whenever people doubt you, you prove that you are called of God. And the proof of the calling is not just in the activities, but in the lives that are being changed. So when someone is doubting you and their lives keep getting better, or the parents are looking at it that, oh, this church you have gone to, but they keep seeing their children becoming better and better and better, they will come to agree that, okay, this is the right church. So the challenge of acceptance, a young pastor, maybe in a strange land that doesn't know anybody, doesn't have anybody, has no sponsor or anything, trying to do big things, people tend to size you up and look down on you sometimes. So, but it's something I'm used to. As a pastor, I've suffered rejection from, members or their parents. Their parents tell them, don't come to this church. These young pastors, you don't know what they are made of. All of that. So rejection has fueled the energy to go for more. The challenge of rejection has been overcome by continually working hard and producing lives that are doing well for the Lord. Another challenge will be the challenge of funding, finances. Since you have no sponsors and God is your sponsor, sometimes the road to prominence, to doing big things is usually rough. Many times you have to go from zero, except you are being sponsored by somebody. You have to go from zero and then raise everything. And by God's grace, whatever we have as a ministry today is what God has helped us have over the years. As God advances the ministry, He advances the people become stronger givers. They become the financiers, the sponsors of the ministry work. So funding has always been a challenge, but God keeps solving that. As we walk in faith, as we move the people of God from one level to another, God keeps prospering them and the work keeps being easier to be done. Thank you. Well, just priorities primarily. And priorities first. What is most important? To me, things about God are most important. And then I have the same philosophy for every part of my life, which primarily is hard work. Whatever I'm doing, I put my all in it. I work hard. So anywhere you find me, you'll find me excelling, because career-wise, ministry-wise, family, everywhere, I try to put my all. Sometimes some people say you can't give 100% to all, but I think I've proven that wrong over and over again. Whatever I do, I give my all to it. So balancing hard work, commitment, the same level of commitment to everything, while prioritizing what is most important. You shut out distractions and then you focus on what is important. That's it. What if I bite my tongue? What will you do? Bang it up total men 10 times. Bang it up total men, right? I've said 2 already. So, tell me when I'm to go. I should go? Vanguard of total men. 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 How many more do you want? I've done 10.